moment and just share a thought that I had. I was conversing with someone about the familiar and how at first glance, the familiar is very comfortable for us. It may seem like a good thing, and in some cases it is. We know what it is. We're familiar with the place. We're familiar with, the person, the nature of the relationship. So we just know it, and there's a comfort in knowing. But the other side of it is, it may be familiar, but is it fruitful? It's one thing to for something to be familiar to us, but is it bearing fruit? And then what kind of fruit is it bearing? Is it bearing stagnated fruit because we are in a comfort zone and we're kind of scared to break out of that comfort zone? Or do we want to bear fruit of just progression moving forward? And sometimes when we're in that comfort zone and in that space, and the labor pains begin to happen to give birth to something that's extraordinary that wants to come through us, it gets scary. It gets scary. And so sometimes we just give up because we don't like the adversity or opposition that we face. Anytime that you do something different, you're going to face adversity. If you want something different, you have to do something different. And in doing something different, there's always going to be opposition. And they go hand in hand. And so it's almost, you can just position yourself to know that as soon as you want to break out the comfort zone, there's going to be opposition that you're faced with. But you just got to just soldier up and just make your way through it, and that you're not alone. Oftentimes I say in the comfort zone, that's where we try to make it our own. We hang up pictures on the wall, we order in takeout, we invite people over to come sit with us. But then when you invite people to come sit with you, if they are individuals that are trying to break out of their comfort zone, they will realize that this is a familiar place. And then shortly after they realize that this is a familiar place, then they'll break out of that comfort zone with you. And so we sit there sometimes and we just wonder, what if, and wouldn't it be nice? And we're sitting I like to call it the hallway of purpose. We sit in the corridor and we're just scared to walk through those doors. And every time someone goes past us and they make it through the hallway and they open up the doors and you see a glimmer of light, you look and say, wow, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if I can just muster up enough courage and strength to break away from the familiar, just to walk through those doors and walk into my purpose so that I can walk my purpose out? The familiar. So just keep in mind that although things are familiar, is it fruitful? Is it bearing fruit of progression? Is it bearing fruit of what it is that you are supposed to do? Your purpose, what you were placed on this earth to do. I often speak about purpose. And so we have to realize that when we're in that comfort zone, as we often hear, nothing grows there. And so you have to do something different if you want something different. Surround yourself in an environment that's conducive to what it is that you want to do. Surround yourself with people that are trying to go where you are going, or maybe they've already been where you're trying to get, and so that you can glean. Always a student in life. No matter what level you get to, always remain a student. And so I just wanted to share with you today, think about the danger of the familiar. It may be familiar, but is it fruitful? Have a wonderful day. Hold your head up and walk in your purpose. Until the next mindful moment, be well.